forgot to do that. It's been too long.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love it. That's how we do things on the show. I love it.
One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome to the Gamers Lounge. We got to give Rico the Rookie's intro in as well, which is coming soon to our podcast real soon. That's redundant, but okay. But welcome to the podcast. You know how we do things. We have fun. We're professional, but not quite that professional. But having a good time here on Ahman Green's Gaming Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with my good friends and teammates, John Audius and Rico the Rookie. And hey guys, hey crew, how you been doing? What's been up with you?
Hey guys,
I'm morning.
Doing great. You know what? I have a question for Rico right off the bat.
Oh, goodness gracious.
When we do this intro, you know, one's a former NFL, one's a dad.
Yeah.
What is your line?
What is going to be your line? That's a good question. Great question.
Well, I'm a dad that can't stop playing Rocket League. He's a former NFL player turned esports. Actually, we got to change yours too. Esports
director or director of esports.
Director of esports.
Yeah. And professor. I'm like,
yeah. I don't know.
Right now.
We go
about esports professor.
Ooh,
that sounds good.
Professor sounds better.
Yeah.
Oh man,
so something about an almost All-American. We'll go with that.
Oh, there we go. I'm gonna have to ask why. Why almost All-American?
So in summer track nationals, the top 8. If you make finals, you're an All-American.
Yeah.
And I was 0.03 seconds off of making finals my last year of summer track. So I was the 9th best hurdler in the nation.
Nice. Awesomeness. I know that feeling.
Yep.
I know that feeling.
Was that tough to take, considering that like you could shave 0.03 by just like
not hitting a hurdle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit a
hurdle.
hurdle.
Hurdles terrified me when I was in high school. My brother and some of my coaches tried to get me, but that was the one little thing. I was like, if I clip one of them, and because I see my teammates clip them and wipe out, I'm like, that sucks. You get the strawberry road rash on your
it's not great
shoulder, on your knees and stuff.
It's not great. It's the same, almost All-American, almost state champion, a whole lot of almosts in my track career.
Hey, you tried and you worked hard, so I'll take the almost. But if it's your first time, we're coming into the Gamers Lounge. This is where we talk about video games. We talk about almost or accomplishments in our lives here, but also we just give you an update of everything going on in the video game world, esports space, technology, because we've been talking a lot about AI recently.
Yeah, John's obsessed with AI.
AI is trying to take over, so it's kind of taking over this show a little bit. But checking in, we are finally moved into Houston officially now. I drove last week down from Wisconsin, got out the almost fall weather to now back in it's the desert. It's hot as hell in Houston and Nebraska right now. I'm in Nebraska at the moment. But yeah, I'm loving it because this training camp has trained me to deal with high temperatures, so I'm not afraid of being in 100 degrees, swimming, jumping, running, lifting boxes, taping up boxes. So happy to be I say moved into Houston, but now happy to be back in Green Bay. Lincoln, Nebraska, first week of school. I'm gonna do some selfies today and tomorrow for my classes, because we got intro to esports and intro to sports media, where I just basically get to talk about sports and esports. This is I'm like, why didn't it take these classes when I was in school? If it was an elective, I would have definitely took intro to sports.
I might show up to one of your classes one day.
Please do.
Just sit in the back.
You can do that. I'm in the Ross Van Burt entertainment, theater That's across the street from the Johnny Carson building downtown Lincoln. So
Okay.
you probably got a good idea where that is, Rico. So Rico, what else? What y'all been up to? I know I went long there.
I think John's muted. I can't hear him.
Is he muted?
Maybe.
Oh.
Wiggle.
There
we go. There we go.
Yeah, this chords. Is Johnny Carson from Nebraska?
Yes.
Hastings, Nebraska. Hastings, Nebraska to be
Cool.
See, look at that. Nebraska.
That's awesome.
Everywhere.
Got our little touch of entertainment.
I haven't been up to much. I did recently, and I know this is probably the week before, but I did purchase the Paul versus Diaz fight.
Ooh. Who won that fight? I was trying to find highlights.
Jake Paul won by decision, but I don't know. I got rigged. I got roped into it, and I should have known, because anytime a boxer takes on an MMA athlete, it's in a boxing ring. It's always the boxer, because they have way more years of experience.
Right.
I fall into this trap where it's like, ooh, maybe the MMA guy can win. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just giving people money to go watch what I already know is going to happen. The boxer will likely win. Now it's a little different because Jake Paul is a boxer, right? Like he's not an established.
Yeah, he's an official boxer now. He's taking it serious now.
But they've talked about doing MMA, and if they do, Jake Paul would lose in about.
It'd be the first fight for sure.
It'd be night for him. There's no way. It's ridiculous watching the boxers and the MMA fighters, because there are a couple of MMA fighters like Nate Diaz. Like he should have won that, but if Nate Diaz wins, then they can't keep having Jake Paul fights because he wouldn't be undefeated. They said Nate Diaz made more money in that one match than he did in his entire UFC career. So,
and that's always the interesting part about boxing or MMA is like win or lose, somebody's getting paid, and then the guy that should have won. Like Diaz, because I like him. I see him as a fantastic striker. He's always landing punches left and right. So just to know that, at least he able to get something out of it. Make more, like you said, make more money than he has in MMA in his recent career. So that's good for him. Good job, Nate. Take that. All right, here. So, John, you want to hit the our sponsors read with Bet Online?
Oh, thank you, Ahman. Yes, Bet Online is and continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting needs. Always going to find the latest odds, team matchup information, player news, and game trends. It's all at Bet Online. And as your continued source for all sports wagering info, Bet Online features live betting, free contests, and giveaways. It's always the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports and events, whether that's the NFL coming up. It's coming.
Oh my God, college football, everything.
College football. Ooh.
Cross
MMA,
country. Soccer.
Hurdles.
College soccer.
Volleyball.
Ooh, I'm so geeked for that right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE. That's an inside joke. BLEAV to receive your rewards. Bet Online, where the game starts.
All right, there's a couple comments from the chat here. I have to pull this one. This was a good one because this happened yesterday in my intro to sports media. The kid walked in, was like, he actually told it. He walked up to me. He said, "I told my dad that you were my professor for intro to sports media." And my dad was like, "What?" Ahman Green is teaching your class right now. So yeah, Sergeant Maul Reynolds it'd be awesome to walk in a class and see that Ahman is your teacher. Some kids thought it was pretty awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was in school right now, just knowing how I remember you looking from when you played with Nebraska and with Green Bay, if I walked into my class and saw you as you are now, wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Wouldn't be able to tell.
That's a compliment. I like that.
It looks much older.
Yeah, I earned it though. I earned it. That joke went way over my head, but I earned it. Hey, so we talked about this yesterday as a crew. So to everybody in the chat, everybody tuning in, we have some new developments here with the podcast. We're going to try out. We're going to give it a shot. It's training camp. We throw some new wiggles into the playbook and game scheme of the show here. So we will have later in the show some new segments. So we're going to start off. Y'all want to start with quick hit news bite or the new segments? Or one of the new segments?
why don't we just go? Why don't we? I mean, I know we always have a certain format, but it's new, and I'm like a kid on Christmas, and I want to open my Christmas presents.
Let's go off script, baby.
Let's do one of the new segments. All right, first new segment. So we talked about this. We had a meeting about it through the production crew of the Gamers Now. So our first new segment, which we don't have a audio for yet, we will. I will put this in the Discord. I thought I did it, but I put something else in there, and I thought I did this one. So the new segment will be called "The Best Thing I Saw on Social Media," and so for all three of us, and if you want to put it, also participate with yourself in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, if not, jump in there now and put ideas or put clips in there from stuff you find funny, inspirational, motivational, instructional in the Discord, and we'll talk about it here on the show. So we're about to present our first three videos or little clips of what we found on social media. And John, what do you have?
And real quick, are we still looking for a name? Because we're just calling it the best thing I saw on social media. So if you have a cooler name, we're open.
Yeah,
we'll change the name, make it easier, make it shorter, I don't know. But I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna start this off with motivational and inspiring clip that I found online here.
Ooh, okay.
Let me see. Do I got it up and ready? There it is. It's up and ready. Let me bring it to the stream and let me hit play. Is the audio? It's low.
And I don't think you know, but I know that you do. Your dollar ain't shit. And it's taxed to no end.
Okay.
The rich man. The rich man.
Oh, this is true. Hello, buddy.
All right. Let me get a little context here.
Absolutely no is true.
I can't turn that down.
He's articulating.
All right. I let the video. I was trying to turn it down, but I can't. So I'll let it run. I'll let it play. All right, and let everybody listen, and I'll explain afterwards.
Folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground. Just all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, for people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men. Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end.
Okay.
The rich men, the rich men.
All right, I'll let that
Who is that?
So that is Anthony Markey. That's actually the account that it came from, Anthony Markey. The singer, country music singer, I believe his first name is Justin. I didn't get his last name. Actually, let me go to my Apple. My Apple was on. I listened to that song probably like a dozen times yesterday. If you really listen to the words, which you get a chance to when you repeat it over and over again, like I did. Let me see here.
Yeah.
It's Oliver. His middle name is Anthony. Oliver Anthony. Actually, his last name is Anthony, and he's a country music singer that has wrote that song where he's basically bringing, all of the races here in America and just showing and talking about how we're all struggling, but it's because of the Richmond, north of Richmond, Virginia, which I believe from my geography major, Richmond, Virginia is just south of Washington, D.C. So for all the politicians that are making decisions, not considering us, hitting us with taxes and all these other little things that putting us all down, we're all in the same boat. No matter what background you are, where you're from, what city, state, wherever you are living, we're going through the same stuff. And so that's what this song is saying basically right there. And I love it. So
yeah, there's something very unifying about the lyrics, about the song. And so I looked up Oliver Anthony. He released this month, Richmond, north of Richmond, independently, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making him the first artist to debut atop the chart without any prior charting history in any form.
Wow.
So when
That's
you talk
huge.
about not only his message, but
Yes.
he's doing things that no one has ever done, and he's doing it at the highest level. Like, it makes what you just said about it's such a unifying song that he can go from nothing to #1.
Correct.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
very interesting song.
So,
I'd
yeah,
listen to it a few times, and yeah, you're right. If you sit down and maybe listen to it through it a couple of times and listen to what he's actually saying, it's deep, and it hit you. In one of the clips, you see one of the guys is crying because it's you listen to it and it affects everybody. The song is about everybody. It's not for a certain demographic. It's for everyone, and then it's a really good song.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe inspirational. I'm so inspired by this background. He started writing music in 2021. Guys, this is not too long ago. This is just after
2 years ago, or
I mean,
a year and a half ago.
And since 2022, he's released music on his Spotify. Yeah, and he just started getting messages from people saying how much the music was helping them with their lives and struggles in their lives, and it gave him a purpose. And now he's #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's crazy,
and it's beautiful. You know, this is something I was talking about in my class, like Intro to Sports Media, where sports can be something that can lift us from that downtime. You know, I brought up the fact that in 9/11, I played in the first sporting game that was then nationally televised again and played again. Was the Monday Night Football game we played against the Washington Commanders, at that time the Washington Redskins, and my teammate Chris Gizzy ran out on the football field holding an American flag, but it was just more like now we could get back to life. And so this song, in relation to that event, same thing. We're all in the same boat. We're going through the same struggles. We're going through the same things that people, don't talk about because they just want to keep it in there because it's their life. Sometimes they don't want to share that and just say, hey, I hear you. I feel you. I see what you're going through, and I got your back. I support you. I appreciate you. And I think that's what this song, I say in caps, all of that, and just to hear it. Like I said, I must have listened to it without a dozen times yesterday, Mark. So hearing this, and like I said, I had to share this. I was like, this is easy. This is like an easy one. We got to get this on. But from that one, now we're going to find, I think we got a good funny one here from you, John.
Okay.
Here we go.
And by the way, I love that many times in songs, we're like, we love the beat. Because that's what drives the song.
Right.
And I love that the lyrics drive the song here. All right. So this is the best thing I saw on social media. We all know former Green Bay Packer Aaron Rodgers is now with the New York Jets, and one of his wide receivers, Sauce Gardner, and
defensive back teammate.
What's that?
Defensive back teammate.
Oh, they share this very interesting handshake where they grab it, they smoke it, and then they find somebody to put it out on.
Yeah.
I just thought that was pretty clever.
Hey, that's Aaron, man. That is so Aaron.
I love for a second the guy was like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
He's like, what? He's like, man, get off me, man.
And what's funny too is like there's other videos online and they go around and sometimes they pass it. They passed it to like the water girl on another video, and so she was like,
again,
I guess
everybody, you bringing everybody in for the fray to have a good time together,
But it also made me think of celebrations. Obviously, he has the championship belt, and maybe they'll do this out on the after a pick by Gardner or something.
Right.
What did you do when you scored? Like, did you have a celebration with anybody?
I had one celebration, right?
Yeah.
The year after I tore my quad in 2006. I bust out on a 65-yard touchdown run against the Dolphins, and I don't know what popped in my head, but I just started to crip walk because that was something I grew up watching gang members do in Los Angeles. So I started crip walking, and then Donald Driver tackles me. I'm like in the middle of the best crip walk that you've seen an NFL player do, and he tackles me. So I was like, man, forget this dancing. I'm not dancing.
So you danced one time and Driver tackled you during.
Driver tackled. He took my fame.
Driver said, "Not today, Steve."
Man, I was crip walking. I was killing it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And then Lambeau leaps. Like, was that a staple?
That was a staple. A lot of Miller Lite poured down my back, and a lot of groping by the women of Packer fandom. Y'all are not
okay.
Great.
Let's not get too personal, but what are we talking here? What was going on?
Groping. What's groping?
Well, okay,
And
but
then Miller Lite down my backside all the time.
where were they? Like, how aggressive?
He wants to know where they were grabbing you.
But in the nether regions, I'll just say that.
What?
Oh yeah, the women in the end zones. What they say now? They thirsty.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous to get in there, man.
They thirsty. Yeah, they were thirsty.
It's dangerous to jump into those crowds, man.
I don't know about my teammates, but I definitely got growth, and I got Miller Lite pouring down my back, which is cool because if it was a hot game, in September,
you were like, please.
It was like, oh, thank you. Ooh, that was crisp, but okay, I got you. All right, next. But I love Aaron for this. This is something that is no surprise. He's got this level of teammate camaraderie going on with his guys in New York already. So this is awesome. I love to see this. All right, here, next tab here. Let me turn that audio off. That's a good audio, whoever did that. Yeah. Now, Rico, we got yours up next.
Sha'Carri Richardson went and did the damn thing. She one of the fastest sprinters in the United States and in America, one of the fastest sprinters in the world, finally able to get past everything that she's had to deal with. And in her first national, world championship appearance, she wins the 100-meter dash from the outside lane, from lane 8. You see her down there. She qualified for the finals with time. She didn't auto-qualify. Wow. She got in via time and beats the reigning world champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Shericka Jackson, who had been running amazing this year, both from Jamaica. Right. Sha'Carri Richardson finally takes down the Jamaicans and wins the world championship in world championship record time, 10.63. And just speechless after she won. Wasn't really sure exactly what happened, but she's the first since Tori Bowie, may she rest in peace, to win. That would have been 3 world championships ago. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is the 2-time world champion in the last 2. And Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is somebody who's been running for so long that Sha'Carri Richardson watched her run growing up.
Right.
That's how dominant Shelly-Ann has been in track and field for as long as she's been doing it. She'd already passed Usain Bolt as the most decorated Jamaican sprinter ever.
Yeah, that's saying a lot right there because we know what you said Mr. Usain Bolt did. But yeah, when I saw this clip and you put it in the run the show, I already knew. I'm like, recently the Jamaican ladies have been very dominant in the 100 and any other sprint. So to get, for our U.S. sprinter get this win is like huge. And I didn't know her background that she had, went through a lot of struggles to get where she's at, right? To get back where she's at right now. That's outstanding.
3 years ago, at the Olympic qualifiers in Eugene, she technically qualified for the U.S. team. She was the fastest, qualified for the U.S. team, but she tested positive for marijuana because she was going through some stuff, and she said she did it to calm down, and she tested positive, so she wasn't able to compete. So she's just been kind of fighting to come back from there. And in Eugene, to qualify for this world's team, she actually did a thing where she used to wear wigs. She took her wig off, tossed it behind her, and she won. And when they asked her what it was, she said it was symbolic. It's, she's tossing the old her, and this is a new her. She's grown up. She's realized her mistakes, and she's going to be a new. This is the new Sha'Carri.
I like it. Inspiring, motivating, learning how to get past things in your life.
And she's going for the 1-2 double.
The 100, 200.
I think she's one of the fastest. I think she's the fastest qualifying time right now, going into the 200. And actually, this is the first time I don't want to say ever, but it might be. No, it's not ever. It's the first time in a while that the U.S. men and women won the 100 meter with Noah Lyles taking the championship in the 100.
Boom. I love it. I love the sprints. Hey, to answer Notorious Afro's question, my fastest time in 100 was my senior year in high school was a 10.3. It's fast, but compared to high school athletes in Texas or Florida or nationals, I'm like top 10, maybe top 10. My fastest 200 was a 21.9, and that's still at the fringe because being in Nebraska, competing, in cold weather. Like I remember running a 200 with snowflakes hitting me in the face.
Yep.
And I'm like, how is this conducive to me to run a fast 200? This doesn't work.
Quick question, because you're a track guy, Rico. So 100 meters, 200, it's always one of my more favorite events to watch in the Olympics because it's so quick, number one, and the times, and watching Usain Bolt back in the day, it was just crazy. What would you rather watch, 100 meters or like an 800 meters where you have the opportunity for someone to like just make an unbelievable comeback or something like that?
Ooh, good question.
For me, it's the one. It's the race that I ran. It's the 100. Like I'd just much rather watch that because I'm so focused on the block start. Like every aspect of the race, Like I like to break down like in my mind. Sure. So I'll watch that and I'll know exactly what I'm looking at. For an 800, it's extremely fun to watch, especially when it comes down to that final lap. And you've got a group of people. Yeah, you've got a group of people together and you're waiting for somebody to make a move. I know a thing new for the Team USA should be going. Hopefully, we'll see if she can win the World Championship. I know that she dominated at Texas A&M and dominated the US qualifiers, but we'll see if she can do it at the Worlds. But the 800 is also really fun. But the 400, the 4x4 is by far the best race to watch.
That and the 4x1. Ooh, for me, the 4x4 and the 4x1. Yes,
hands down.
Give me some popcorn.
The relays are
a lot of water.
Best.
I'm happy. Yes, see them guys and girls go at it. Ooh. All right, now we head over. Now we don't have an intro for this. We got to get the intro for quick hit news bites. We got some.
Hey, what about mine?
My bad.
You skipping mine?
Oh no.
You're not important.
You're skipping mine. I'll briefly touch on mine because I know I bring way too much AI to this show, but it's kind of.
Oh no, we did. No, we did yours. We're not there yet.
We're about to do your quick hit news bites now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. Sorry. We did the Aaron Rodgers. I got two videos.
We already did the Aaron Rodgers thing.
We already did your weed smoking handshake.
All right, now we're about to do your AI talk again.
Devil's lettuce.
Oh, the devil's lettuce. That's a good one. What you got here, John, for us?
Well, this is something I don't even know what to think about this. I saw this Aluna.ai, I believe is the Instagram account. And in China, there is at least one company, probably several, creating what they call human-like robots. And when you see this video, this is my news bite, by the way. You're gonna, I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts. So drop them in the chat because it's pretty creepy, in my opinion. Can you hit the next?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there he is. There it is.
So this is what they look like. They've got like human-like skin. I guess I don't know what that's made out of. But as you can see, their movements are very fluid and less robotic than in the past. Man. It's creepy because it's 2023 and this is not 2053. You know what I mean? When everything merges. So at least one of the companies here on this video explains that in part what they're trying to do is create something for people who are lonely. You know, whether that's the elderly, whether that's they're creating friends. I'm putting it my way. They're basically creating human-like friends that are robots for companionship because they're afraid that there are too many lonely people in the world.
I feel like that's even more dangerous than creating robots for work.
Right.
Like creating a robot to be your friend. It's kind of like that movie Megan. Where she's supposed to protect her, and
that
somebody's
like, didn't end well.
Go to your room. Well. It's like, well, Megan's gonna protect you now. Like if that's your friend, I don't know. That's like robots and making them more human-like already is kind of scary. But doing it so that it's like, hey, I just need somebody who's close to me who will help take care of me and all this. Like at some point, maybe the robot's just like, you know what? I don't want to take care of you anymore.
Yeah. Dude, it's just going to be so weird because someone's going to combine that with future AI. And here's what I'm going to say. They're going to like create a robot of their deceased loved ones and they're going to talk to them every day. And it's going to have their own voice and it's going to be able to speak back and it's going to feel like you're talking to them and it's going to look kind of like you're talking to them. It's going to be weird.
Yeah. All right.
Not a fan.
There you go, John. Sergeant Mark Reynolds, man. He said, I think John's a robot. That's why he's always bringing up AI. I
knew it.
That's my news bite today. AI. I'll try to get more. I'll go off AI next week.
No, I'll keep it coming. I like it.
It's fine.
I've seen so many movies on AI that it's like a thread. It's a part of my life. Terminator, starting with that, then The Matrix, and then Minority Report. What else? Is this AI the movie? It was a movie called AI.
There was a movie called AI.
Steven Spielberg directed it, wrote it. I don't know if he wrote it, but he definitely directed it. So yeah, it's right there.
This is now AG's AI Lounge.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, I got some fun stuff. It's in the gaming world. We got Gamescom over in Cologne, Germany, starting off this week. A lot of big announcements on games. The list is so long that I'm only going to pick out some of the, I guess, most interested games or fun games that's going to be coming out soon or already out now. And so the first one on the list here, I'm going to just bring up, I'm going to scroll and talk at the same time, trying to make this happen. But like I mentioned, it's over in Cologne, Germany. I think it started yesterday. And you got games like Starfield, big game, big announcement coming out. Big game that I think Microsoft and Bethesda have worked on together since they have merged together in the last year or two. So that's one of their big AAA games coming out there that's been showing a preview. Should I let the preview run or just keep talking? What you guys think? Chat, what you think? If not,
I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of that, I guess.
Yeah, let's see a little bit of
I've heard
Starfield.
great things about it, so why not? Let's get a quick view.
There we go. Quick hit of Starfield. A little buffering.
If it wants to load.
Yeah, if it wants to, a little buffering.
See what happens.
Still, you got games like Assassin's Creed Mirage that's being talked about and displayed and shown about. Call of Duty 3 Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, let me get that right. And then Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty upload or download or DLC. There we go. I say DLC. And Diablo 4 Season of Blood download as well, or DLC. And this thing is buffering, so
that's not gonna load.
It's a no to the video right now.
Rip to Starfield video.
Yeah. And so here's some of the other game titles: Aurora, History Untold, and Age of Empires. Is that 4? Is that the IV is 4? Or is that 6? 4. Anniversary Edition. So I would hit play, but as you saw back a few seconds ago, Starfield video wouldn't upload.
I'm surprised Age of Empires isn't on like 27. I just feel like they've been going for so long.
I think they've been around since PCs were created.
Yeah, they've been going on for so long. Right. It's just, I don't know how they're not on like 28.
Exactly. And Alan Wake 2, big premiere of that over at Gamescom. Armored Core. Now this is 6. I know that's 6. Fires of Rubicon. That looks like I've seen this game played and I've seen previews of it. Very fun. Basically, if you're somebody that likes to build things, i.e. like me, like I'm a Lego guy, you could put a tank together that has bazookas and lasers and buzzsaws in it and then fight another person that builds out some machine. So there you go. That's right up my alley. I love doing that thing. I love building things, not destroying things, but building things. I'll say that. Assassin's Creed Mirage, like I mentioned, one of my favorite RPGs out there, and it's another installment from them at Ubisoft. The crew, shout out to DeSanti. Dang, I can't think of his first name. Don't you hate that? You got somebody, you know who they are. Yeah. Dominic DeSanti. Shout out to Dominic DeSanti at Ubisoft, because I know he's always dropping fun games there. And I think that's it. But it's a ton of games. You go over to Kotaku.com and pull up Gamescom. You can see the rest of the games, like this Black Myth Wukong.
That one looks interesting.
That looks interesting. You got almost some like a Wu-Tang feel.
What is that about?
It plays.
So it's a. I'm gonna get this wrong, and I apologize to anybody. I don't remember the exact country of origin, but he is like a god of sorts, like a deity, and he just wants to be a more like the story of him is like something about wanting to be immortal.
Oh, it's working. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's some AI going on right there for you, John.
Of course.
Oh, great.
We should never have let AI out of the box.
What'd I tell you? Oh, see, that don't look good. None of that looks good about AI right there. All right, here we go. We got Black Myth Wukong trailer right here. Does he not have a head?
No, I don't think he has a head.
Oh man, this game come off the top rope. I like this already. He does not have a head. Wow.
It's been chopped off.
Interesting.
I like the music too.
It's still play though.
Wow. That looks cool. Got a little Planet of the Apes feel. Oh man, you got a tiger that walks on his hind legs. Oh, that's not good for anybody.
With a pool of blood that it's licking up.
Oh man,
this looks cool.
Oh, we're not the dominant species on this game. No siree. I like this. We might have found our game of the month here, guys.
I've been excited for this game for a while.
Wow. You can watch on Twitch or YouTube if you want to see what we're watching.
Right. If a video starts with a headless guitar player, that's the game for you. That's the game for me right there.
Black Myth Wukong.
Oh, you just hit him with that smoke right there. That's what that was.
Okay.
So like
the
let me see if I can look this up really quick just so I can okay, so Sun Wukong in Chinese mythology. Sun Wukong. Oh, it's not over yet?
I think it's over. Wait.
Now it's over.
Okay. In Chinese mythology, Sun Wukong, also known as the Monkey King, is a trickster god who plays a central role in Wu Chengyen's adventure novel Journey to the West. Wukong is blessed with unmatched superhuman strength and the ability to transform into 72 different animals and objects. Each of his hairs have transformative powers, and he can magically manipulate wind, water, and fire as well.
Each one of his hairs?
Yes, and he's a monkey.
That's
okay.
So
he's covered in hair.
Yeah, so each one of his hairs has transformative properties.
I was gonna say, what if he goes bald? Just saying, but he's.
Hey, I'm just saying, he gangster. Don't mess with him.
Yeah.
All right, I think Starfield's gonna run here. All right, here we go. Yes, Starfield trailer. It's funny.
Oh, it's working.
It's funny. The graphics look great as usual. Microsoft Bethesda teaming up. Is this the game or is this?
I don't think this is the game.
Okay, I'm about to say, man, if that's the actual graphics, I'm about to like, oh my god.
I was about to say these are outstanding, man.
Okay, this is the game. This is the game.
This is.
That's the game for sure.
That dude's face wasn't.
Well, why are they mixing in? Why are they confusing us?
They mess with you when they do that.
Because that's how you get more people to buy your game.
It was like when you're a little kid and you'd watch like commercials and then they'd show you like this dramatization of whatever you want to buy, and then you get the real thing. It's not even close.
Yeah, right. And then they had to start putting that in like fine print at the bottom of it. Like, this is a dramatization. This is not real.
This is not real. This is the game. That's the game.
That's the game.
All right. Yeah, they mix in the real clips from the game clips. They try to trick you. Trick your mind. I'm gonna trick your mind. But this is the game. Looks
Don't
good.
do it.
Like
your watch is going crazy. Oh, he did it.
Are we sure this is an Unreal Engine 5?
This is not the game.
That's not the game.
Are we sure?
That's action.
I'm like 85% sure.
Yes.
85. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with him on that. 85%. Yeah, I could say that. There you go, Starfield.
Like, if it was the game, I'd be if that whole thing was the game, I would be very surprised.
Okay.
All right. So, oops, I gotta go back.
I gotta look this up. See if anybody else got confused.
All right. So yeah, so as you saw there, Starfield will launch on September 9th. And another announcement from myself, actually, I'm gonna be working with Ant Online. John, if you remember Tiger Lily, who we interviewed
day one
last year.
Okay.
She works with Ant Online, which is a streaming production company. So they brought me in to be their sports gamer and also we're all me, Tiger, Lily, and you remember Emily.
Yep.
We all had on the Gamer Sound podcast. I say they kind of like me, so they brought me in as their sports gamer. But then also we'll be playing Starfield. I think they're doing 12-hour shifts. I'm like, what? I can't do that. I work. I got a job. I gotta go teach kids stuff. So
do they need somebody else? I could take your spot.
Ooh, I could tell them that.
Wait, is it really 12 out? Like that's
some streamers do 24-hour streams. So they're doing a 12-hour stream.
That's not
they'll be
helpful.
doing 12-hour streams of Starfield when it launches and when it comes out in about 2 to 3 weeks. So
I could do it. I'm not very good at games,
so
but
big announcement there. What'd you say, Rico?
I said I could do it. I'm not very good, but I could do it.
All right, here. So now I think Rico, it's your story up, buddy.
Yes, like I said, this is the AG AI Lounge.
Oh, what we got now?
Sony wants to use AI to make gaming more accessible to the visually impaired. They're exploring the use of AI to make games more accessible by adding to the existing efforts in the gaming industry. They have a patent out that describes in a, quote, on-demand accessibility system that uses modules to audibly describe scenes and provide feedback to the player through the DualSense controller. You can also use it for movies, TV shows, and music. But they're pretty much going to take these games and everything that's going on around the player in the games and try to describe it to people who can't see very well, people whose eyesight isn't the greatest, and maybe they struggle to see things on a TV screen or a computer screen. They're going to take it so that it'll be able to tell you in your headphones, tell you on the controller what things are like in the game. Now, for open world games like Horizon Forbidden West or Red Dead Redemption, I don't think that's what they're going to do because it's so massive that it's going to be really hard for them to do it. But for
those are big RPG games right there.
For the smaller ones, where you have like a set route that you're supposed to go on or something, I think that they'll be able to do it more for those games and just help the visually impaired to continue to enjoy the games that they've been putting out.
Now I get it. Now see the graphic. Now I get it.
Yeah. No, see, that makes perfect sense. Numbers and letters and lines going everywhere. It makes perfect sense once you look at figure number 1.
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
John was up there like, how are we gonna do this? Oh, there it is.
Because it kind of goes along with, Xbox has an adaptive controller to help people who to help people who are maybe missing some limbs or something along those lines, to help people who have trouble playing the regular controllers or anything. Xbox has a controller like that. PlayStation is coming out with one still. I don't know if they've released it yet, but I know that they're coming out with one. So this is just going to add on to their efforts to assist the visually or physically impaired in getting into and playing these games.
Got it. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love when a company is actually doing something that is a game changer. This is a game changer right here. So it gives more accessibility to people, like you mentioned. So that's a yes, thumbs up.
Good on you, Sony.
Yeah, good on you, Sony. Yes.
See, AI is not all bad, Rico.
True.
Yeah, it's mostly bad.
Oh man!
But don't tell the AI I said that.
That's a lot of people that's going to help out there. Millions of people that is going to help out here. So. All right, so okay. Now we do have audio for the next couple segments here. Let me get to it.
Audio.
Rufio. Release the game.
Game releases, baby.
For the game releases. Game releases.
Oh, we gotta stop it. Slow down. All right.
One of these days, you're gonna nail it.
No. Actually, John, you're up first.
All right, so just to let everybody know, this is the way I pick my games of the week.
Whoa, that is loud.
Turn that down.
That is super loud.
Ahman sends out a text with all the game releases, and then I picked the one just based on its name that I thought looks kind of cool or sounds kind of cool, I guess. And this is what I picked. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Toaplan Arcade Collection. Comes to the PC. Enjoy authentic ports of arcade history's top titles, updated with modern features and quality of life extras. This is reading straight from Steam.
Type right there, that first one.
Including leaderboards, minimal input lag, and very easy mode. That's what I feel about.
Very easy mode. That's where I will start.
So I'm not going to lie. This is kind of, what are some of the games? The Shoot 'em Up Collection, Volume 1.
That looks like 1912 or 1913.
I have not heard of any of these games.
Neither have I.
You were not existing at that time. I was. I'm the old. Well, me and John are about. You were how many? We were about the same age.
We're
right?
the same age, roughly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So R-Type, that was that last one. There was one called 1913. It was like World War One or World War II of airplanes battling.
I'm
so
surprised you guys
renamed the games. They just kind of renamed the game.
I'm surprised you guys had games like this in the caves you were living in.
Oh wow! Okay, Rook.
Rookie comments.
I hear the rookie. Nice little pot shot right there. Ooh, locker room talk. There it is.
There you go. If you like arcade games and a bunch of games that you don't know, except for like a couple.
Yeah. Go play something.
Sorry,
that
that's
older
that
than you,
mean.
Rico. The rookie.
I didn't mean to
way
be
older than you.
What? I'm just saying. This looks
you know what I tried to
very arcade. Look, I played in arcades a little bit growing up. These are like you said. I mean, that's what it is. They're just arcade games where you got to put in a quarter and you got the little joystick and a couple buttons.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Real quick, speaking of arcade games, I was at somebody's house this weekend where they had a Frogger arcade machine.
Oh,
Frogger, that's my wife's favorite game.
First time I've ever played Frogger. I mean, I know of Frogger. I just never had it. Like, I never played it.
How'd you do?
Awful. I couldn't get past the second. Like, the first one is a like, no problem. And then there's like these turtles going by. Like, I didn't.
It was the logs and the alligators?
Yeah, I couldn't do anything on that one. So,
and it's 100% a lag with Frogger because I played it too, and it's 100% lag. So
it'll get you.
It'll get you every time.
So I was awful.
Them jumping in the water, and you're like, "What is happening?"
Yeah. All right, my game up to par here, and I know it came out last week, but I gotta talk about my Madden, man. And shout out to
I was made for this.
That's loud too. Yeah, Coach Lou that's in the chat. I played with him last night for the Junior Diabetes Association.
Just like I have there.
So we played some games for raise some money. Playing one of my favorite games, sports games out there, Madden. And I like the new updates. The tackling animation is pretty good because it shows the form tackles where you pick up a guy and like by his legs and then drive him into the ground. I was like, ew.
Nice.
That's happened to me a couple times, but we won't talk about that. So Madden 24 came out last week, August 15th. So a little bit more realistic character movement, like I mentioned. And then for
Except
you,
for that
John,
throw.
and for you, John and Rico, smarter AI that gives you control to play your game, your gameplay strategy with confidence, and you dominate your opponent. So the AI is helping whoever plays this to play better and smarter. So there you go. So there's AI doing good there. There you go. AI is doing good in Madden there. EA somehow is able to talk to the AI and get them to work with us in Madden. I don't know how they're doing it, but thank you, Clint. Shout out to Clint Oldenburg. You know, always much the guy there. He's been on the show a few times, or one time, but he's always a big fan and helping us out with getting Madden.
I do know that Patrick Queen was upset at that last scene with Josh Allen running him over to go in the end zone.
Yes, a lot of players today, next week, I'm gonna find the video. I did it last year. The players out reacting to their ratings and or something like this. It's priceless. It's priceless because it's almost the same reaction I had when I would always see EA had my speed under 95. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all tripping? You know, I go fast.
On the run.
Look at that throw. That's Mahomes.
That's Mahomes crazy. What they call gunslinger. That's his gunslinger. Superstar factor right there.
Ridiculous.
So if you play with Kansas City, you got a squad. I played Coach Lou Allen last night, and he used the first game. I used the Ravens. I lost by a point. Second game, I won with the Packers. We did Packers Bears. And the Bears' offensive line doesn't look good right now on Madden anyway.
What do you get in that pre-order? There was like shirts and stuff.
Yeah, you get
it's for your character.
For your character in story mode. So there's a story mode or superstar career. You create a player, running back, quarterback, wide receiver, offensive lineman, and you basically take that player through your rookie year into your second year, and then eventually you can put them into your. I think maybe you can put them on your MUT team. I'm not sure, but I think that's
so.
Cool. Yeah.
And then also it has like the playground or the field or whatever they call it, where you can play online with people. And it's like
they got the yard.
The yard. That's what it's called. So you can play like 7-on-7.
And Superstar
that's
KO.
cool.
And Superstar KO is basically like a quick hitting game. You can play four different teams in like 5 minutes. It's basically whoever scores first wins the game.
Yeah.
And then you go to the next game. And then you take a player off that team. So you could say if they have Justin Jefferson and they got Christian McCaffrey, you could pick one of those players and put them on your roster and keep going until you win the little championship within the game. So
because when you make your player on like offense, if you make a running back, they'll put you at like corner. Because you have to play both ways. You make a quarterback, they'll put you at like linebacker or something. So it's pretty interesting.
It's pretty fun.
What defensive position would you have played him on?
Linebacker or strong safety. Easy. That's,
I would
have put you at strong safety.
And I like to come off the top rope, from 15 yards deep and lay people out.
Oh yeah.
I probably would have got a couple fines with the rule changes if I was still playing today. I'll be straight up. I would adjust though. I'm like, all right, I just can't. I can't hit you that hard. I'm gonna find a way to get it. I'm gonna get the job done.
I see you as a playmaker. There's a lot of picks, a lot of pick sixes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about a hard hitter, but I see you as like a form guy. Like you're a sure tackler.
Oh, I was a problem.
I think Ahman been a great tackle. Like he would have just been a bowling ball.
I hurt people when I hit them.
100%.
I'll just say that this is your game. We can talk about that later. Here's your game, Rico.
Immortals of Avium. You play as Jack, a sorcerer that joins an elite order of battle mages to save your planet.
You said battle mages?
Battle mages.
Oh, mages.
So in this game, there are 3 different colors of magic. There's red, green, and blue, and they have different aspects to each one of them.
It's kind of the land.
And the sorcerer, the battle mage that you're a very rare breed where you can control all 3.
Gee, yoked.
So what you're doing is you're going through this Everwar, is what they call it. You're going through the Everwar, and you're trying to stop the evil people from taking control of the planet. It's first-person shooter type, but it's magic instead of guns, and
that's cool.
It has around 25 spells, including offensive and defensive magics on the red, blue, green varieties, and additionally the game features a talent tree with over, you ready for this, 80 nodes, 80 different types of combinations of things. You have, smaller spells that won't take up a lot of your mana, and then bigger spells that'll take up a whole, chunk of your mana, and you have a massive finishing spell where it puts all of the colors together, and you just disintegrate all of the people in front of you.
Man, this looks good. That's the kid from Never Have I Ever on Netflix. I watched that series. Yeah, me and my wife watched that series. It's a pretty fun series. You need to watch. Season 2 or 3 is up, and he was the boyfriend / friend / boyfriend again in the series. So he is doing some big things. He's in the gaming space now. I like it.
Yep. And it's all magic. And the cool thing about this is the first game that's going to be released from Ascendant Studios.
Man.
Ascendant Studios was founded in 2018 by a group of veteran Dead Space and Call of Duty game developers.
Ooh, Dead Space. Ooh.
So Dead Space and Call of Duty developers got together to create Ascendant Studios, and this is the first game that they're going to release.
That's so cool. I love that. That's
like the dream team of developers right there.
That's awesome. Like veteran developers saying, you know what? We're making our own stuff. That's so cool.
Wow.
I love that it's all magic. Rico, so are you telling me a player needs to know all 80 special spells? Like you're supposed to, like, in the moment know what to do?
No, I believe so. We can ask Hulk v Spawn because they played the beta, but I'm guessing there's going to be certain, you equip the spells to certain buttons, but you get to, do the different things with everything. But there's a whole bunch of different spells that you're going to have, like with the blue. So there's the offensive spells. So the blue one, I believe it's like a fast shooting spell, but also you can use it in a different way where you shoot out like a whip and you grab people and pull them towards you, or pull yourself and you can launch yourself up in the air. The green one is like homing projectiles, but also if you like charge it up or something along those lines, you shoot it at somebody, it slows them down. So there's a bunch of different variants to the colors of magic that you can use.
Awesomeness. Straight awesomeness. Wow. I've been seeing that game preview so much, and now seeing the trailer, seeing the description, and no bullets, no guns, just all magic. Ooh, it's like a thugged out Harry Potter. That's what this is.
And it came out yesterday.
Ooh, thugged out Harry Potter. Now Harry Potter gonna get gangster. Oh man. Hey, so we got the chat talking here about let me go back here. I missed some good comments by some of the chat talking about the game. And it was 1942, that game I was trying to mention, the old school game, John, that we were talking about on your game review there. And then he said that the biplane game looks familiar. Yep, that was Hawk versus Spawn, and Chad Mitchell brought up the 1942. And then it was another good one that I saw here. Oh, so the average historian, what do you mean by this? You're going to make the editor's ears bleed
with your loud
when
volume.
the video was so loud.
Oh, hey, that wasn't me. That was YouTube. Okay.
That was YouTube.
Just out here blaming YouTube.
No, I'm not gonna blame YouTube. I'm just messing with them. I'm just messing with you, YouTube. No,
haha, JK.
Don't ban us. Haha, joke, funny. That's all right. The average historian saying the adaptive tech. We were talking about what Sony's doing for disabled people out in the world for gaming, which is awesome. Let's keep that going. All right, so now we're headed into our recap. So let's get to the audio of this. Where is it at? I don't know where it is.
Secret Invasion.
Nope.
Episode 3. Betray.
Row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
All right, we got What's on Stream. We got season 1. Yes. Secret Invasion.
Episode
3. Betrayed. Oh, I'm trying to get this off. Oh, where am I at here? Let me get the video going.
I don't know. Where are you?
I don't know where I'm at right now.
Where are we?
I'm just getting some stuff going. All right, here. Let's get that video going. I was trying to get that comment. Oh, there we go. Comments. There it is. Oh, no. I didn't know. We're on video.
What is happening right now?
What is this guy talking about?
Oh,
he's doing a spoiler review.
Wait, is there a podcast within a podcast?
What is happening?
I picked the wrong video.
MLB.
It's on a commercial because I clicked ahead. There we go. We have fun on here. This is the Mind Greens Gamers Zone. We have a good time. We have a good time. All right, now season 1, episode 3, Betrayed, Secret Invasion. Okay, we got straight up. What's the words? All the spy stuff. Espionage, betrayal. Now. No untrustworthy people.
We've got moles.
Holes, automobiles. Okay, we got it all. So, and the part of it is, that I'm hearing, especially in this one, is among the people that they're working with. So Nick Fury is trying to work with some of the Skrulls, and there's just I wouldn't want his job. Just put it like that, because there's no trust. You don't. Somebody says something, hey man, let's go to McDonald's and I'm gonna buy you a Big Mac, and you get there, you don't buy the Big Mac, man. Come on, and it's bigger than that. I'm just saying, like they ain't following through on what you said, because the Skrulls are mad at Nick because of obviously what he was supposed to do for them, and he did not. So that's why they're rebelling, and they have Gavik, who is the guy here who just pulled his hand there and then healed up. I'm like, God bless America. He's like that. He's a dog.
Saw that. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on here?
Yeah,
and then
he's gangster.
Explain it later on in the episode, and we can spoil things, right? People, it's been out long enough. He's 3, 2, 1. He's making super Skrulls. So not only are you going to be a Skrull and you can
that's where they're pulling up right here
and match, what other people look like, but now you're going to have powers. You're going to be able to change and have whatever powers you decide to have. So right now he's healing himself, because that's what the super Skrulls are able to do. It's going to be very interesting to see how things progress as the season goes on. But right now, Talos is trying to talk to Gravik and get him to back down and stop doing what he's doing, and trying to tell him that Fury can help them and Earth can be their home. They can share it with the humans. Gravik doesn't want to hear any of that.
They don't want to hear that. The
You don't
young,
want to hear
and they're
any of
part
that.
of the young scrolls that were kids when they got there, and so they're like, "No, we waited this long. I'm not waiting no more." Grab it right there. He's like, "I'm not having it too."
And they've got people everywhere in every
Over
type
a million.
of government, every level of government. They have scrolls in there.
Yep.
They have all of the
That's
power.
probably what's going on with our planet right
Fury
now. That's probably what's going on with our government.
Maybe Fury and Talos are trying to figure out how they're going to infiltrate and stop the scrolls from doing what they're doing, but it's really hard because everybody looks like normal, and they found out a way to not only look like those people but have their thoughts.
All right. Well, we cannot have dude on here.
Get out of here.
That's
sick setup though. That's
that's nice.
That was pretty cool.
Bye.
Bye, guy.
Well, y'all, we keep talking. I'll find another video to run.
Okay, it's like I said with the Super Scrolls, and then at the very end, Talos' daughter, she has been their mole on the inside of the Resistance for a little bit. She helps them to find a code to stop a nuclear missile or a missile attack on the U.S. president or somebody along those lines that's coming out of the U.S. with a Russian sub. And they find out that she's the mole, and she gets shot. She gets shot right in the chest. And that's how the episode ends.
Yeah, and but it's some foreshadowing there. You know, you just don't take a main character and kill him right away. So just putting that out there.
I mean,
is that one of those things like you see this in TV shows all the time? Like, oh no, something major happened. Next episode, they're like, no, you're good.
Yeah,
right.
That's
potential.
That to me is always the worst type of. Sorry, I'm gonna be all honest. I'm still catching up with Secret Invasion, and I will be caught up next week when I binge. But like I always hated those type of cliffhangers when and then the next week it's just like, no, that was nothing. It's kind of like The Bachelor, those cliffhangers. You ever watch The Bachelor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Very few seasons of The Bachelor that I watched. So, but no, good.
Like, oh no, that happened, and I'm sitting there with my wife and we're watching it, and I go, "There's no way, right? There's no way."
Yeah.
And then episode 4 when we get to that.
Yep. So right now the Skrulls are in a spot where they're obviously positioning themselves for hostile takeovers. They already been doing it with the terrorist attacks that you saw in episode 1 to now, and that's Gavik talking to all the other Skrulls that are in political positions, posing as politicians of other countries all over, and including ours all over the world in the series here. So they're just getting their game plan together now, tight and right, and then somehow Nick Fury, if he can and if he will, because he's not able-bodied, he needs help. He's old, he's a little beat up, to try to take them down and stop this plan, along with Cilios. Is Cilios? Is that what I'm saying right, Rico?
I don't know.
The Skrull that Nick talks to most of the time. Talos. I added a couple letters.
And that's Talos guy.
And Talos' daughter, that's now part of when she's kind of playing. She's like in the gray area. She wants to be on Gavik's side, but she knows her dad will obviously frown upon that. So, but she's still the young Skrull, angry about the change that has not happened to them and the help that Nick Fury promised a long time ago here back in 1995, as they show in this video.
Yeah. Also, we find out that Nick Fury's married to a Skrull.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's also a thing.
I guess he saw this, like, if you paid attention in episode 2, they actually showed it to her. Not saying you didn't. No, how you say dang? No. This
So he married an alien.
Yes. In other words, yes. There you go.
But an alien that can take human form. So it's
exactly.
That's got to be rough for him when he finds out, like, this whole time this person I loved was actually an alien.
No, I think he knew.
No, he knew. Like,
he knew?
Yeah, he knew she was.
He met her as a Skrull. He met her as a Skrull, like in Skrull form. He met her in Skrull form. So.
But this is the form that she decided to take. And
she took it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in episode 4 she explains why she took that form.
Yes, she
does. What does
she
look like in her? Like, does she have like a original form?
Like her Skrull form? Yeah.
Yeah, she does have a Skrull form.
And that's just looks like a Hollywood alien?
Just a Skrull. Yep.
Just like a Skrull. Yep. If you gotta check him out. He's Googling it right now.
I wonder if
I can see his Google face. He's like Googling. He's like, let me look over here. So this is Talos and Gravik, basically having a face-to-face conversation. And obviously, Gravik has mentioned Talos' daughter several times on how he's going to harm her. And that's where you see him jump across the table and say, hey, boy, you better get my daughter's name out your mouth.
Straight Will Smith.
Straight gangster. Like, don't be talking. Will Smith. I like that one. I like that, Rico the Rookie.
Get my daughter's name out your mouth.
And he didn't walk up. He just didn't slap him, though. He choked him. And then he stabbed him in the hand.
He stabs him in the hand.
So there you go.
He was very chill about getting stabbed in the hand.
Man, when you have superpowers like he does, yeah, I think I would.
I mean, well, it's still gotta hurt, right? And then he just pulls his hand out.
I mean, you saw his
face, slices it, and then just puts it back together. But still, like,
well, it was a little surprising to get stabbed in the hand, and so he took that hit. You saw his face, and then he did it. He did it in front of everybody, so maybe a little bit of embarrassment. Like, you just got that. You just got owned, basically. You got dominated there in that conversation because you got stabbed in the hand, and he got choked out. You almost got choked out. To all those,
and then he walked away like nothing happened.
Right, and then he's like heals the hand and then walk. That's the one thing about you can't just do that in real life, obviously.
No, well,
if you could, then
you can't.
You gangster. You gangster. No, I definitely can't. No, I'm not gonna think about it. So, but yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of Mission Impossible / 9-hour report. Just give me any government movie cliche. I would say. In Secret Invasion, and you have all that going on with Nick Fury, with Talos, trying to figure out how they're going to stop this band of young Skrulls in their hostile takeover of planet Earth, and they're everywhere. So it's hard. It's going to be hard. It's over 1 million Skrulls out there, so they got some work to do. And this is episode 3. We got 3 more to go, and then I believe we got to hit Ahsoka. Ahsoka started. Just want to let y'all know that. I think everybody knows that as a fan. And Ahsoka, I watched a little bit last night. It put me to bed. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. So we're going to get to Ahsoka after this.
Yeah.
What's up? Do you have what? What's up, Rick?
I was say, do I have to watch anything to watch Ahsoka? Because I never watched Clone Wars, which I guess that could be bad.
Yes. You know what Disney did? I was going to bring this up. Thank you, Rico the Rookie. So Ahsoka's on Disney Plus. You know what Disney did for you and did for anybody that is sitting in your situation?
What's up?
They have the TV series, movie scenes, that if you go to Disney Plus, you could find them and connect them, and then you could watch them before you watch Ahsoka. So then you're all caught up. So you can see where Ahsoka connects in the storyline of the infinite saga of Star Wars.
Perfect.
Bam!
Thank you, Disney Plus.
Boom!
Nice.
There you go. Disney Plus did that just for you, Rico the Rookie. Just for you.
I appreciate them.
Oh, man. So, hey, y'all. You know what? We at the end of the show, bro. That was a great show. So
we did it.
Episode 4 next week. It's gonna be something like espionage, some spy cliche name. We'll do that next week, and so we'll be back. So again, doing a lot of big things. And online this week, I think on Thursday or tomorrow, I'll be streaming Madden story mode with Ann Online. Shout out to Tiger Lily and Emily, to my new crew there. And then you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MindGreen30, all one word. TikTok, I'm on Green's Gamers Lounge, and we're on YouTube as well. Please subscribe there. We want subscriptions there as well, and follow and like. And then John and Rico the Ricky, let everybody know where everybody can find you on social media.
At John Arias Radio, JONARIAS Radio. It's on the screen if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. At Johncast Podcast as well.
At Radio Rico AC on Twitter. You can see it right there below me. And Enrique Alvarez Clary. I know it's very complicated. It's a very long name on Instagram.
All right. Did I leave anything out, gentlemen? Did I hit everything?
I don't think so.
Oh, no. One thing. I almost forgot. So new segment rotating with game releases. We at the start of September first. So September. Let's see what day would that be? Let's see here. Let me go on my calendar real fast. So
September 6th.
6th. We will start with. We're gonna pick our game of the month review. So we're gonna pick a game. We're all gonna play it here. That you see, John, Rico, Ricky, myself, and then we're gonna play it for a whole month. Then at the end of September, we're going to give everybody in the chat, everybody that listens and watches on the podcast ecosystem, our review of that game. So we don't know what that game is yet, but it's some fun games out there like that Immortals game that you just reviewed, Rico the Rookie. That looks awesome. Even the old school game that John reviewed. That's some old school games to get you educated in the old school stuff. Do some history lessons with you, Rico the Rookie.
I gotta blow the dust off the book.
How you can only play games with 2 buttons. instead of 12 buttons or 9
I know.
on the PC.
I know you guys thought Pong was such a complicated game, but
What? Man, you know, when I figured out how to play Zaxxon on ColecoVision, I was like, I'm master of the world. I was like, how? I figured how to get over the wall now.
You're like, I'm perfect. I'm here.
Perfect. All right. So we got that coming in September. We got Game of the Month review. We're gonna pick a game. We're gonna play it, and we're gonna give the dirty deets on all the stuff that we like or don't like about the game. We'll see. And maybe we get some developers on this because we'll be playing their game. So maybe reach out to it. That's EA too. So I know people at EA.
Yeah.
If we do Immortals, if we pick that one, but it's other games out there too. So I know people at EA. I know Ubisoft, Microsoft, Activision. So we got some help. We could get, there we go.
We'll be good.
All right. So everyone have a good rest of your week. See you next week. Be safe. Hey, if you're living in Nebraska or Texas or down south, it's hot. Hydrate. Be careful. And then we had what's this? Philly Flux? Nux?
Philinux.
Philinux.
He says ColecoVision, curly cables. Yes. That was the controller. It was like a telephone cord. That's how the controller was.
Oh, nice.
That's what he's talking about there. Yes, indeed, buddy. Oh man, I gotta leave on that note. That's a great note. That's a great vision for myself. But definitely brings me back to my childhood. And he said, see, I was right. Bam.
Yep.
All right. We gotta end the show. Let's get out of here. We don't want to get out of here. The lounge is so fun. It's hard to get out of here sometimes. So all right. We're gonna get out of here now. So everyone, I'm turning on the music now. It's called the version of music is called Dance Pop. We love it here on the Gamers Lounge. So there's the Dance Pop video. And then we got the stream ending banner coming up right now. So there's the stream ending banner. And my voice, you can still hear me, And then I'm gonna take the comment down of that. And then I gotta take the other comment down of what Philly Buck said. Where did it go? There we go. All right. Bye.